दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. So we have discussed how to write a balanced chemical equation. So every chemical reaction can be represented by a balanced chemical equation. In a chemical reaction, the reactants react to form the product. Since the atoms can never be created or destroyed, hence the number of atoms of reactant will be always equal to number of atoms formed as product. So the reactant, number of atoms of reactant will be always equal to the number of atoms of product. So there exists an equality between the reactant and product. Hence every chemical reaction can be represented by a chemical equation. So in a how to write a chemical equation? What is chemical equation? We write the reactant. How to write that chemical equation? So as I told you, we can write the balanced chemical equation by SAM method. SAM. S skeleton equation, A atomic equation, M molecular equation. So what is skeleton equation? The reactants and products are written by their chemical symbol or formulae. You have to find out first the chemical symbol or formulae for our reactants and product. So the reactants are written in the left hand side and the products are written in the right hand side with an arrow mark in between them will give us the skeleton equation. I took the example of carbon react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. So to write the skeleton equation, I write C, then O plus O, they are the reactant, and product CO2 is the product. I write an arrow mark between them. So this is my skeleton equation. Then I'll make it atomic equation. So there are 2 atoms of oxygen are there in the product and 1 atom of oxygen I have written. So I write C plus 2O CO2. That means I'll multiply by simple whole numbers wherever required to make the number of atoms of reactant are equal to the number of atoms formed as product. So we write C2O as CO2. Now this is my atomic equation. Then I will make it a molecular equation. Since all elementary gas molecules are atomic, wherever an elementary gas is present in the chemical reaction, then we have to represent in a molecular form. So the oxygen is elementary gas, so we will write it in a molecular form. So we write C plus O2 CO2. Second example I have taken to explain you how to write the balanced chemical equation. Nitrogen reacts with nitrogen reacts with hydrogen to form ammonia. So nitrogen is N, hydrogen plus H forms ammonia NH3. This is a skeleton equation. So now 3 atoms of hydrogen are there. So I will multiply the hydrogen by 3, N plus 3H, it will give me NH3. So this is my atomic equation. Now it is a equation, chemical equation. Now I have to put it in a balanced chemical equation form. Then why nitrogen is an elementary gas, will always have to represent by N2. Hydrogen is an elementary gas, has to be represented as H2. So I have to multiply nitrogen by 2 and write it N2. So N2, I have to put hydrogen in the molecular form H2. So N2 plus 3H2, and so I'll right side also I'll multiply by 2 to NH3. So my balanced chemical equation is N2 plus 3H2 arrow mark 2NH3. In place of arrow mark I can write also an equal sign, N2 plus 3H2 equal to 2NH3. And to put it in a better form, I will write N2G means gas, 3H2G gas, and ammonia 2NH3 ammonia gas. So this is a balanced chemical equation of preparation of ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen. So this is what is called how to write a balanced chemical equation. Now we will come to balancing chemical equation. That means we will take different reactions and we will try to represent their equations. So I will take first some reactions of decomposition reaction. I will take some examples of decomposition reactions. Means I will take a product and product will form the reactant. I will take a substance, that substance will form the product. One example, I take you one example, copper carbonate heated. So this is a problem given to me. Copper carbonate heated. Write the balanced chemical equation for copper carbonate heated. My children, always I hit upon one thing, that we will not try to remember anything. We will find out ourselves. How will find out ourselves? What are the product, what is the reactor, how to do it? Let us think. Copper carbonate heated. So we will find out the product ourselves and then write the balanced equation. So copper carbonate is a form. We are heating this. We are heating this. So in chemistry, heat, there is a heat, the symbol is triangle. Anywhere triangle sign is given means it is heated. Triangle sign is given means it is heated. So in heating I can write this. So what is this? A molecule. What is copper carbonate? Is a molecule. What is a molecule? Atoms of different elements combine in definite proportion to form a molecule. So who are the atoms present here? Elements present? Carbon, copper. Another element is carbon. Another element is oxygen. 3 elements are there. So copper is there, carbon is there, oxygen is there. I am heating. What is the heat? For energy. So what is energy? Energy is a measure of work done. In copper carbonate, copper, carbon, oxygen, all are combined, a molecule. There is a force of attraction among them. What I am doing now? I am heating. Means I will break the force of attraction existing between these elements. So I am heating this, means whatever force, copper is the basic radical here, -2 is carbonate, copper is +2. This is a positive ion, this is a negative ion. They are attracted towards each other and copper carbonate is solid. Now I am heating, means I am giving a force. So copper will come out, carbon will come out, oxygen will come out. What is copper? A metal. What is copper? Metal. What is a metal? Electropositive. Metals are what? Electropositive. They have positive character. And what is carbon? Non-metal. Carbon is placed in the 4th group of the periodic table, 4th A, or a 14 group of long form of periodic table, 4A of modern periodic table. And oxygen is a non-metal. Now in the periodic table I told you, when you go from left to right, negative character increases. When you go from left to right, negative character increases. When you come from up to down, go downwards in a group, positive character increases. So along a period, negative character increases. Down the group, positive character increases. Now carbon and oxygen, they come after copper. Hence copper is a positive, carbon is negative, oxygen is negative. Between carbon and oxygen, who is more negative? Oxygen is more negative. Why? Oxygen is there 6A group of the periodic table, or 16 group of periodic table in long form. Carbon is 14, or it is 4th group of the periodic table. So oxygen is more negative, carbon is negative, and copper is positive. So then oxygen will go to whom? Oxygen will go to copper. Oxygen will go to whom? Because positive attracts negative. So both are negative character. So copper is positive character. So copper will combine with oxygen to form copper oxide. Copper oxide. And then who remains? Copper oxide. Then who remains? Carbon and oxygen. So then carbon dioxide. So this is my skeleton equation. S. This is my skeleton equation. You see, I am not writing the product. I am not borrowing the product from the book. I am writing the product myself. If I try like this, I may do some mistakes while doing it, but I will correct myself. And at last, I will learn how to write the product correctly. So children, while writing the chemical equations, whatever things I have taught you right from my first class to this class, about 15-16 classes I have taken, the only reason I have taken those classes to make you fit with some minimum knowledge of chemistry, and use those knowledge, and you can write very nicely the chemical equations and balance them very nicely. So my is copper carbonate. So this is my skeleton equation. Now I'll make it atomic. I'll make it atomic. How many atoms of copper are there? 3. How many atoms are here? 3. Then this is also atomic. So copper carbonate. I'm heating. I got copper oxide plus carbon dioxide. This is now atomic. This is my atomic. Now then it is also molecular, because this is a molecule, this is a molecule, this is a molecule. So it's a molecular. So this atomic equation is also, once you see here, this is a molecular form now. So there is nothing, very easily you got now what happens when copper carbonate is heated. Then what is the color of copper carbonate? It's green. It's green. And what is copper oxide? It's a black solid. So this copper oxide is a black solid. What is carbon dioxide? Is a gas. So you got, when you heat copper carbonate, it will turn black and write oxygen. So this is the one example we have taken. We wrote the balanced chemical equation for the reaction, chemical reaction, where everything remain as such. Now second example I am taking you, lead nitrate heated. So write the chemical equation, balanced chemical equation for the lead nitrate heated. So what the rule says, first we will write the skeleton equation, then we will write the atomic equation, then we will write the molecular equation. What the formula? Write the reactants and products by their chemical symbol and formulae. So what is this? Lead nitrate. Lead nitrate. What we are doing? We are heating. Heat it. What is heat? A form of energy. What is energy? Is a measure of work done. So the work will done on this. Work is done on this. So who are present here? Lead is present, a metal. Nitrogen is a non-metal. Oxygen is a non-metal. Lead is a metal. Electropositive, if you go to the group 4A of the periodic table, modern periodic table, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, heaviest metal. What is the heaviest metal in the periodic table? Lead is the heaviest metal in the periodic table and is highly electropositive. And what is this? Nitrogen is in group 5. Lead is in group 4. So nitrogen is more negative than lead. Oxygen is in group 6. Oxygen is more negative than nitrogen. You see, I am using the knowledge of the periodic table. I have not taught you periodic table, but I have shown you the periodic table. But one thing, larger the group number, larger is the electronegative character. So as you go from left to right, group number increasing. So electronegative character is increasing. If you go down the group, electropositive character is increasing. So here lead is positive, nitrogen has a negative character, oxygen has a negative character, oxygen is more negative than nitrogen. So we will first write the skeleton equation, lead nitrate, PbNO3. So what will the product? So lead will react. Who are they? Now lead and oxygen will react because oxygen is more negative than nitrogen. So lead will go to oxygen. So lead and oxygen will react. They will form lead oxide. Then 7 oxygens are there. So more oxygen is there. Lead reacted now. Now who is there? Nitrogen. Nitrogen will react with oxygen to form what? NO2. Bas. So you got this? So this is the thing has happened. So you have here, now you will balance this equation. So this is our skeleton equation. Skeleton equation. So this is a work I am giving, homework I am giving you. You now try to balance it. Write the atomic equation, write the molecular equation. You try to do it yourself. Then I will come and write the check the answer from you. Now I am taking a second equation, second reaction, where I will write the ammonium nitrite heated. Ammonium nitrite heated. What is this? This is ammonium. Write them in a chemical form. NH4, then NO2. Heated. This is the chemical reaction. We will write the equation for this. So first we will go to skeleton equation. First we will go to what? The skeleton equation. So what is this? Ammonium nitrate. So who are present here? Nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen. Nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen. So hydrogen is group 1, nitrogen group 5, oxygen group 6. So who is very negative? Oxygen. Who is very positive? Hydrogen. So what will happen? We know that positive and negative will react, so they will produce water. Hydrogen will react to oxygen to form water. And who left out? Nitrogen. So nitrogen is an elementary gas. Nitrogen atoms are here. The moment you have heated ammonium nitrite, they will come out. So nitrogen is an elementary gas. So this will form nitrogen gas. So this is my skeleton equation. I will make it atomic equation. So how many so this is ammonium nitrite. This is water and nitrogen. How many? So we will balance it. What the rule says? Now balance the rare. While balancing, first you balance the rare. So here hydrogen. How many hydrogen here? How many hydrogen? We have 4 hydrogen. So here is 2 hydrogen. So multiply this by 2. This side how many hydrogen? 4 hydrogen. This side how many hydrogen? 2 hydrogen. Multiply this by 2. How many nitrogen? 2 nitrogen. So multiply this by 2. How many oxygen? 2 oxygen. 2 oxygen. Okay. So this is our atomic equation. I told you SAM, skeleton equation, then make it atomic equation, then make it molecular equation. So now nitrogen is elementary gas. What is nitrogen? Is elementary gas. It will remain in which state? It will remain in the molecular state. So we will represent in a molecular form. So ammonium nitrate, NH4, NO2 on heating will form 2 water molecule and nitrogen N2. So now this is a molecular form. Correct? So this is now a balanced chemical equation for the reaction, balanced chemical equation. So this is very easy to write. If you go by this, a time will come you will be very confident of writing the products. Now another example I am taking you, ammonium dichromate ammonium dichromate. Heat it. I am writing the decomposition reactions. What is ammonium? Ammonium formula is NH4 plus. Ammonium formula is NH4 plus. What is dichromate? Cr2O7 minus 2. This is dichromate. I am writing the I will write the formula first, then I will go to write the equation. Ammonium is NH4 plus, dichromate Cr2O7 minus 2. How to write the formula? So 2 will come to this place and 1 will go to this place. So the formula of ammonium dichromate will be NH4 twice Cr2O7. This is the formula for ammonium dichromate. Crisscross. This is called what? Crisscross. Criss will come, then cross. If this is a criss, then this is the cross. So 1 will come to this place, 2 will come to this place. NH42 Cr2O7 is the formula for what? Ammonium dichromate. Now we will write the skeleton equation, then we will write the atomic equation, then we will make it molecular equation. So NH4 twice Cr2O7 heated. We will write the skeleton equation. Who are the elements here? I told you. First write like this: nitrogen, chromium, hydrogen, oxygen. They are the present. Then how will you go for this? Ammonium dichromate heated. So chromium is a metal, oxygen is a non-metal. Chromium is a metal, positive. Oxygen is a non-metal, negative. Is a negative. So what will happen? Chromium will first react with oxygen. Chromium exhibits valency 3 state, plus 3 state, and oxygen minus 2 state. Chromium is Cr plus 3 and oxygen O minus 2. So chromium will combine with oxygen. Chromium will combine with oxygen, will form what? Cr2O3. So this forms Cr2O3. Gone. Chromium and oxygen gone. Then who remain? Then hydrogen will react with oxygen. After chromium, who is next positive? Next positive is hydrogen. So hydrogen will react with oxygen to form what? Water. Hydrogen is positive, oxygen is negative. So hydrogen will react with oxygen to form water, H2O. Then who remain? Nitrogen. Nitrogen will remain as nitrogen. So this is our skeleton equation. We got our, what is skeleton? Write the reactants and products, ascertain the reactants and products, and write by their chemical symbol and formulae. This is the skeleton equation. So ammonium dichromate consists of the elements nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, chromium. We are heating it, so it is decomposing. So who they came out? So chromium is a metal, will react with oxygen first. Why? Now oxygen is more negative than nitrogen, more negative than hydrogen. So chromium will prefer to oxygen. Chromium valence state plus 3, its radical charge, and oxygen radical charge minus 2. So it will form Cr2O3. Then comes hydrogen is positive, oxygen is negative. Hydrogen plus oxygen will form water. Then nitrogen. Then somebody may question, sir, what is nitrogen? Now, nitrogen is inactive gas. Nitrogen is a inactive gas. If you consider hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, nitrogen is an inactive gas. So this will go as N, nitrogen. So we got the skeleton equation. Then we'll make it atomic. We'll make it atomic. So how many? So this is ammonium dichromate. Write the reactant. Na2Cr2O7. So how many? Balance the rare. Balance the rare. So how many nitrogen are here? nitrogen is 2. How many nitrogen this side? 2. So make it 2n. Gone. Then hydrogen, how many hydrogen are here? 8. How many hydrogen? 8 hydrogen. So how many hydrogen here? 2. So make it multiply by 4. And you write here Cr2O3. Cr2O3. Because here 8 hydrogen are here. How many hydrogen are here? 2. We multiply this by 4. 8 hydrogen. Now how many oxygen? 3 oxygen, 4 oxygen, 7 oxygen. How many oxygen this side? 7 oxygen. Balanced. So this has become now atomic equation. Atomic equation. Then what I will do, I will make it molecular. So this is all right, a molecule. This is all right, a molecule. Nitrogen is an elementary gas, so it will remain in molecular form. So 2 nitrogens are there, so I have to produce it as N2. Instead of writing 2N, I will write it N2. Then I will write what? 4 water. Then Cr2O3 and ammonium dichromate. So this is a gas. So this is my balanced molecular form. Now this becomes what? Molecular form. So this is balanced chemical equation. Could you understand this, children? How nicely you see, I am not remembering the product. Suppose product is not given to me, I will find the product myself. I have to try myself the product. From where? From the minimum knowledge. During a reaction, the positive combine with oxygen negative to form the product. So chromium is a metal, oxygen is a non-metal, hydrogen is a non-metal, nitrogen is a non-metal. Group number of hydrogen 1, group number of nitrogen 5, group number of oxygen is 6. So chromium will go to 6. So Cr2O3. Then hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 6. It will go to this. It will not form ammonia. Nitrogen is there or hydrogen is there. So hydrogen will go to oxygen, not to nitrogen. So this form this water. Then we come to nitrogen will remain as nitrogen. And we write in a atomic form. Then we will make it molecular. We have here balance the rare. So who is the rare here? Our rare is the nitrogen. So rare is the nitrogen. So here nitrogen, there we write the nitrogen, because oxygen is repeating. Who is not repeating? Nitrogen. So always when you are balancing, this is called balance the rare. Balance the rare. First you will start from the rare, then rarer, then like this you will go. So this is called how to write a balanced chemical equation. So this is called how to write a balanced chemical equation. Then the balanced chemical equations can be balanced by different methods. So now I am coming to the next part of the subject. First I know what is chemical equation, then why a chemical reaction can be represented by a chemical equation. Then I taught you how to write a balanced chemical equation. Then how to balance a chemical equation I wrote. So all the reactions are of different types. There are reactions are different types. So for different type of reactions, there are different methods for balancing chemical equations. So this is called, we are comparing left and right. So this is a method of balancing called heat and trial method. Heat and trial method. So different methods of balancing chemical equation, because there are different type of chemical reactions are there. There are some reactions, they react instantly, they form the product, but there are some reactions that take part in stepwise manner. They don't take part in, just like you are eating the food goes to your mouth, you are chewing the food, the saliva secretes, digestion begins in the esophagus, saliva mixes with your food, then it passes in through and it goes to stomach. The moment it is alkaline, saliva, and your stomach immediately produces hydrochloric acid, the gastric juice. Then it starts. So something is digested in stomach, then something in small intestine, then at last the food is completely digested. So the digestion of food starts with the esophagus and ends in rectum, because that is called excretory system, and it comes out and assimilation goes on whole body. Exactly chemical reaction is like that. So according to that, we will have different type of chemical reactions are there. Hence different methods we will apply depending upon the type of chemical reaction. We will adopt the different methods. So the different methods for balancing chemical equation. Depending upon the type of chemical reaction, there are some reactions are synthesis, some reactions are decomposition, some reactions are neutralization, and some reactions are double decomposition, and some reactions are oxidation reduction, so redox process. So taking into different types, and some reactions take place in one step, and there are some reactions they go by in different steps. So depending upon the nature of the chemical reaction, the equations can be balanced by different methods. The chemical equations can be balanced by different methods. So what are they? The first method is called heat and trial method. Heat and trial method. Then second method is partial equation method. Third is ion electron method of balancing chemical equations. So here what? You will represent the chemical equation in ionic form. And what is an ion? When an atom loses or gains an electron, an ion is formed. So the number of electrons lost or gained during the chemical reaction, we will find it out, and balancing the electrons, we can balance the equations. That is called ion electron method. Then fourth method is oxidation number method. This is a very primitive method. Nowadays it is not done. Oxidation number method. Taking the oxidation number, we can balance. And the fifth is algebraic method. Yes. Generally, we will be using these three methods. This is a method used for almost all reactions. Partial equation method. Mostly we go by heat and trial method and partial equation method. For specific reactions, redox reactions, we go by ion electron method, and oxidation number method and algebraic method, they are no more in use. Generally, we are not using generally oxidation number method and algebraic method. We will first discuss heat and trial method, then we will discuss partial equation method, then we will come to ion electron method, then we will go to the oxidation number method and algebraic method. So now let's come to first heat and trial method of balancing chemical equation. We will first discuss heat and trial method, then second partial equation method, third ion electron method, fourth oxidation number method, fifth algebraic method. By these five methods we can balance almost all, and these two are not that important, and our most important methods we have to study for our plus 2 level. These are the methods, three methods: heat and trial method, partial equation method, ion electron method are very much. Now let's just first study the heat and trial method of balancing chemical equation. The method which we were doing, we did now, that is called heat and trial method. The method by which, what he mean by the word heat and trial. Heat and trial. Just you have released in the story that two cats, they collected cakes, they got the cakes and they quarreled between them, then went to the monkey. What the monkey did, he put the cake one side and the balance, another cake on the side of the balance. Then that which are the heavier, from that he took something, monkey took, the two cats were observing. So when he took something, this become lighter, this become heavier. So no, this is heavier. So then he took something. Then this became lighter, this became heavier. Then again he took. Like at last nothing remained. Exactly same thing is called heat and trial method. We will go on multiply by simple integers to equalize the number of atoms of reactant and number of atoms of product. And while equalizing them, what we will do? We will go by balance the rare. What are the method we will keep in mind? Balance the rare. Heat and trial method. For a simple example, I am giving you sulfur. Heated sulfur. When heated, sulfur heated with oxygen. Write the equations for the reactions. What will happen when sulfur is heated with oxygen? What is sulfur? Sulfur is a non-metal. We will write the first skeleton equation, then write the atomic equation in the partial. What is this method we use? SAM. This is a SAM method. Skeleton, then atomic, then molecular. So sulfur, symbol is S. Oxygen, symbol is O. Then what will be the product? Because we know when a metal or a non-metal is heated with oxygen, it forms its oxides. So sulfur will form what? Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur, when heated with oxygen, this will form what? Sulfur dioxide. This is the reaction took place. Sulfur reacts with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. This is the reaction took place. We got this now. What is that? Skeleton equation. Then we'll make it atomic. So how many oxygens are there? 2. So we write 2O. Sulfur formed SO2. What this became now? This became atomic. This became atomic. Then we'll make it molecular. So sulfur remains as solid, but oxygen remains in what state? Molecular state. Why? Oxygen is elementary gas. All elementary gas molecules are diatomic. So we'll make it molecular. S plus O2 forms SO2. So this is a molecular form. Now this is the balanced equation of sulfur dioxide. Same sulfur also reacts if we heat strongly. If we heat more of oxygen, sulfur also reacts with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. If we again heat, then it will form sulfur trioxide. So sulfur dioxide will react with oxygen. This sulfur dioxide will again react with oxygen to form what? Sulfur trioxide. So we can say that same sulfur dioxide formed will react again with oxygen to form what? Sulfur trioxide. Sulfur dioxide formed. Again we are giving oxygen. Same sulfur dioxide will react with oxygen form to what? Sulfur trioxide. This is our skeleton equation. Then we will make it atomic. How many atoms are here? 3 atoms. How many atoms are here? 3 atoms. So it is atomic equation. So this skeleton equation now became atomic equation. Same atomic equation. Now we will make it molecular. So this will remain in the molecular state. So we will make it O2. We will multiply by 2, O2. So since we are multiplying this by 2, we will multiply this by 2, 2SO2. And since we multiplied this by 2, we will multiply this 2SO3. So this becomes molecular equation, and this is the equation we got, 2SO2 plus O2, this sulfur trioxide. So this method is called heat and trial method of balancing chemical equation. This method of balancing chemical equation is called this. So what we do, we balance the chemical equations by some method. Suppose we take another reaction, potassium chlorate heated. We know in our school preparation of oxygen, amlajanara prastuti kemti, when potassium chlorate heated, it forms oxygen. So we'll come to next reaction, potassium chlorate heated. We go by this equation. I am writing very simple things. Today's class I will writing very simple. So next class when you will come, you please read, you purchase a book called Language of Chemistry. There is a book available in the market, Language of Chemistry. This book, you procure a book. If old big book is also there, it's all right. Language of Chemistry. So there will be equations, many equations are present. Kalyani Publisher is selling, S. Chand is selling. Many book companies are publishing this book. You purchase any book you have, or you borrow a book from somebody, but have a language of chemistry, so you will have many equations. So I am taking one example, potassium chlorate is heated. I will write first the formula. What is the potassium? K plus. What is chlorate? ClO3 minus. What is formula for chlorate? ClO3 minus. So plus minus. So the formula of potassium chlorate will be KClO3. So this is the acid radical, ClO3 minus. This is the basic radical. This. What I am doing? I am heating. Now I will write the chemical. What is the reaction? Now potassium chlorate. This is the molecule. I am heating the molecule. What the molecule contains? 3 atoms. Potassium is there, chlorine is there, oxygen is there. Potassium is there, chlorine is there, oxygen is there. So potassium and chlorine will react. Potassium and chlorine will react, will form what? Potassium chloride. And who will come out? Oxygen will come out. This is our skeleton equation. So what the rule says? Write down the reactant and product by their symbols, chemical symbols or formulae. So potassium has 3 elements. Potassium is positive, chlorine is negative, oxygen is negative. We got potassium chloride and oxygen. Now we'll make it atomic. So how many? This is a skeleton equation. S. Then I will make it atomic equation. How many oxygen atoms are here? 3. So KCl remains. I will make this 3O and this is A. This is atomic equation. And this is KClO3. I got my atomic equation now. So I will then my procedure is I will make it molecular equation. So oxygen is an elementary gas, will exist in diatomic state. Potassium chloride is a molecule, all right, and potassium chlorate is a molecule, all right. So only I will make it diatomic. So what I will do? I will make it O2, because oxygen elementary gas, it will never remain as O. Become O2 means it becomes 6O. We have to multiply 2. So I will multiply this by 2. I will multiply this by 2. So now 2 KClO3 will form 2 KCl plus 3 O2. This is we got the molecular form of the equation. This is the balanced chemical equation. So in your language, so this is a way we can balance. So what I am doing, I am not giving you the product. I am finding out the product. We will try to find out the products. We will make our best to find out the products. If we will make an attempt to do it, then we can do it. So that practice makes man perfect. आम गोटे छोट स्कूल रे पढ़ी थर को थर पढ़ी तले चालई अभ्यासर बड़े थरक थरे जो छोट पिला जो चलिया चाहिए से ठिया हे ठिया चल तले पड़ तले पड़ से आउ थे उठी पारनी से कौन कर कांथटा को धरिकी ठिया हो कांथटा को धरिकी ठिया होपर कांथ को धरिकी चलो थरे कांथ को धरिकी चलीगले तार बैलेंस आसीज बॉडी रे बॉडी बैलेंस हो जो माध्याकर्षण शक्ति सहित बॉडी बैलेंस करदे तापर पिला चलवा आरंभ कर से पिला ही दौड़ा आरंभ कर हुए तो से वर्ल्ड रे रनर करके ओलंपिक रे गोल्ड मेडल ही पाई पाए चिल्ड्रेन दैट इज लाइफ सो आम जो थरे न होची आम व्यस्त हबानी जे थर को थर पड़ी तले पिला जो उठा चेष्टा कले थरे पड़ जाए दुई थर पड़े तीन थर पड़े तापर माइंड यूज कर पड़ जाऊँगी से हाथरा तार पलाए कांथ पाखु कांथ को ठिया धरिकी चले ठिया हो जाए तापर कांथ को धरिकी चले तापर लास्ट रे से दौड़े सो से ही आम करवा विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द प्रोडक्ट्स आवरसेल्व्स राइट द इक्वेशंस बैलेंस द इक्वेशंस एंड इफ वी डू दिस and will not try to remember the equations. So next class I will be teaching you the heat and trial method, some equations, then I will go to partial equation method, then I will go to ion electron method. So thank you very much for listening all this time that you have done.